Welcome to Action Hound Media, the site and channel all about action. Life's boring. Get some more action into your life. Today we're talking about MK Ultra. The CIA has done some shady stuff, but one of the most shadiest of stuff they've done is MK Ultra. MK Ultra was a covert operation running from 1951 to 1973 where they used subjects, human subjects that they picked off the street for mind control experiments. In response to China and Russia delving into the mind control area, the United States tried their hand at it. The problem is the CIA was using unethical and illegal methods. The CIA kidnapped and used American and Canadian citizens for these experiments. Without consent, they subjected them to electroshock treatment, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and sexual abuse. And especially subjected them to untested drugs such as LSD at the time. The CIA was testing LSD in a number of ways. They wanted to destroy a person's mind and rebuild it from there. So LSD was discovered by Albert Hofmann in 1938 by accident. LSD causes hallucinations that last anywhere from a half hour to 20 hours with side effects such as anxiety, paranoia, delusion, with possible psychosis and suicidal behavior. And the CIA was giving it to citizens without their consent. The CIA even gave it to their own agents. They would give it to two individuals, two agents, and let them take notes of each other without letting either one know that they have taken the drug. So there's this one CIA guy, Frank Olson, who was a biochemist researcher working for the CIA, was given a drink spiked with LSD without him knowing it in 1953. He experienced bad side effects and a nervous breakdown and went to New York to see a doctor. Then he jumped out of a 13-story hotel window. Pretty sus. More about Olson in a bit. Where did CIA get people? They used subjects from mental hospitals, prisons, and believe it or not, colleges. Colleges like Tulane and Harvard. Did you know the Unabomber went to Harvard? More on that in a bit. The CIA even got subjects from brothels. The CIA instituted Operation Midnight Climax, where they used Johns and gave them LSD without their knowledge and watched them having sex. This was more voyeurism than science. Some of this information is directly from the MK Ultra documentary episode from Forbidden History and the documentary MK Ultra. Another place MK Ultra was instituted was France. Yes, France. The documentary covered this incident when a village experienced mass hysteria in August of 1951. It was suspected that the bread was tainted with an ergot fungus, poisoning 300 people and causing mass convulsions, insomnia, hallucinations, and 7 deaths. One person jumped out of a window saying, "Look, I'm a dragonfly." The baker was blamed, but the incident was found that he was not guilty. The CIA sprayed the bread with LSD as a covert experiment. What's interesting is our friend Frank Olson happened to be in the vicinity when all this was going on. Coincidence? It's theorized that Olson was involved in this experiment and was about to be a whistleblower. So the CIA threw him out a 13-story window. Messed up. Frank Olson's family was given $750,000, and President Ford and the CIA apologized for his death. Seems like an admission of guilt to me. MK Ultra was so pervasive that a few famous people were involved in this experiment. Allen Ginsberg, the poet, Ken Casey, who wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, James Whitey Bulger, a famous criminal while he was in prison, and Ted Kaczynski. Yes, the Unabomber was part of this mess. He was a sophomore at Harvard and was used for 200 hours for this experiment. That's exactly why he went nuts and became the Unabomber. So how do we know this is all true? Richard Helms, the CIA director at the time, had all MK Ultra files destroyed in 1973, but a cache of 20,000 documents had avoided being purged and were found. In 1976, President Ford issued an executive order to stop all human experiments. Hey, it's not only the rapists trying to roofie you. Action Hounds unite. Peace.